I'm really asking people to call today because I haven't had a good disagreement on the radio in a while.
And they're not
it
calling.
makes me sad. I enjoy them. You might think I don't. I love them. I love when someone calls and said, Brian, I heard you say this, and it made me angry, or I disagree. What's wrong with you?
That's how we first got connected to Roy from Galvanize, because he was mad at you and tried to get in on the phones and couldn't.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll be a recurring guest if you call today.
Right? Seriously. No, I said something really dumb.
Yeah.
Roy was right. Like we were talking about the opioid epidemic, which is hard for me to say, and it was we were the epicenter of it in Ohio, and they were announcing this. Remember, Ron? It was
Right.
like,
Oh,
Ohio,
really?
yeah,
It's really bad here?
it's has been the worst in Ohio.
Yeah, I did a college report on it. I did a whole bunch of research. It's like their drugs are getting dumped right into the Columbus area.
Oh, man.
And so I went on the air and said something dumb like, boy, I sure wish there were Christians doing something about this.
Unreal.
And Roy just about exploded.
Good, as he should.
And so he called, and then he was on hold and never got on the air.
Yeah, because we had a lot of calls on that.
And then, so he exploded in an email.
Good. I'm so glad he was persistent.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was upset in the email, but he was right. So we were like, why don't you come on the show? And he did, and he was awesome, and now we're friends. See, you don't have to, it's okay. I'm wrong all the time. I like hearing about it. Well, it's not true, but
If you're kind, like please, if you have a disagreement, a bone to pick with us, be kind.
I mean,
here we go. 440-546-2255.
Roy's not shy. Remember Taco Shell guy?
Yeah.
He's not shy about his opinions.
Like I was at Galvanized later, like, Roy, you got to go easy on the guy. He didn't mean to get taco shells that fall apart.
Right. He was probably trying to be economically good steward.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was
Save
like,
the church's money.
and Roy can be scary. I was kind of like scared of him.
You think
for a
so?
minute. Well, he's big.
He's very tall, and
Yeah, that's true.
that can add to intimidation.
When I first met him, I wasn't scared.
Well, you're not scared of anything, are you?
I'm
Well,
scared of the
deer.
spider that's in our bathroom right now.
Oh, it's still there?
Yeah, I'm going to need Ron to go get that after the show.
Oh, I thought you meant like at home.
No. There's a spider in our bathroom here. Daria told me, so I won't be going until Ron go gets it.
Oh, no. Are you going to be okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've cut down a lot of the trees in the woods, so that's probably not
coming
an
out.
option for you.
They have a new place to hang out.
In the bathroom.
440-546-2255. Yeah, I mean, but Lauren is not afraid of your call either. She's not afraid of people in general. Just spiders,
Just spiders.
and deer.
Yeah. There was one laying on the side of the road. It was very cute and nice and like...
So it wasn't dead laying down. It was
No, she was taking a rest.
thinking about crossing the road at an inconvenient time in the future.
Yeah. Yesterday, there was a road closed. I've already told you guys this off air, my drama about the road being closed. So I had to like reroute myself. And I don't know where I am well enough to just like go somewhere. So I had to get on Google Maps and find a way. I don't know where I was, but it was basically like I was driving through the mountains of Colorado. And I was like, what? Where am I? And I just would like to go home, please.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was one of those road closures you and Daria were talking about. That's like, it's kind of like, this road's closed. It's the only way to get to where you're going.
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry. No
There was
detour sign.
Yeah, there was no warning. Like road, like you see sometimes they're like road closed in 2 miles, road closed in 1 mile. No,
No warning.
it just you come into the middle of the road and there's a sign that says road closed and there's a police officer there. And I was like, well,
And the people that closed it know there's no detour. And they're just like, well, I guess you're going to have to just figure something out because we can't. So it took you how much longer to get home?
25 minutes.
Wow.
I should have been home like right at 10. I didn't get home until like 10:30ish.
Boy, you going to be okay?
Yes, the road was open this morning when I went by. So
You also panicked because you saw a turkey and you thought you were seeing things.
Yeah,
Are there
I did.
turkeys here? I was like, yeah, there's turkeys everywhere.
it was large. At first I thought it was a peacock.
No.
And I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Wild turkeys here
That
all the
doesn't
time.
make
Yeah,
sense.
no, makes no sense. Mindy is on the phone. Mindy,
Hi.
let me have it.
You tell me. You give me a statement, and I will either argue or vehemently, or I will agree.
Okay.
To the point where I would stand for your first child.
Okay, here we go. First of all, if you're going to make scrambled eggs, You must first crack the eggs into a mug or other small bowl, scramble, then pour into the pan. Go ahead.
That is definitely, and it's funny, I just got home from Virginia, and where my best friend has relocated a year ago, and she has 7 chickens, and I absolutely detest birds of any kind. And these chickens, she has been raving about they have a better home than probably half the people in our population. And I never thought that I would say what I'm saying today, but the chickens were fantastic.
Wow.
And fresh eggs, right? I mean, still warm from the chicken. I don't understand how that happens, but you definitely crack them into a vessel of some sort, but you add milk and you add salt and pepper and a dash of Frank's Red Hot without any question. Then you scramble your eggs.
So you're not scrambling in the hot pan. You're scrambling outside of the hot pan.
In a very huge hurry, or if I'm making my son dippy eggs and I don't obviously do it successfully, I scramble them and we'll eat them. But as a preference, nope. You put them in. You got to add that little bit of milk, and you got to whip them. You whip them.
Yeah. But see, we're agreeing now, Mindy.
I disagree that you do it in a mug.
And I would agree to disagree that chickens shouldn't even be. They eat their own eggs. Like I took scrambled eggs out for these chickens every day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
That's
chickens. I used to like chickens, and then I have too many of them, and now I don't like them at all. Yes, they do eat their own eggs.
They do, and they're so. You have chickens.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like if I'm collecting eggs and I drop one,
They'll come get it?
they like fight over it. Peck, 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 and they eat the whole thing.
They're cannibals?
Yes.
Oh my
I guess. Yeah. They're dirty. They're dumb.
They are, but I mean, these chickens that I just thought were the bougiest chickens I've ever. I mean, Beyonce would have these chickens. I mean, they've got their. Oh, it's amazing how fancy these chickens are. Do you have a rooster?
Yes, unfortunately, I have a rooster. He's so annoying.
See, that's the difference. That's what everyone tells me. It's not the chickens, it's the rooster. So maybe this is where our disagreement can go. It's always the man that causes the problem. So there's our controversial subject. You put a whole bunch of women together and we're all fine until the man comes around.
See, I'm going to disagree on that, Mindy. I think women can be really petty sometimes in a way that you just don't see
so
from
funny.
men. Like men can go like duke it out behind the building and then they're fine. Women hold grudges.
But I feel like, can they really? I mean, I honestly agree. I have 3 female friends. All my life I've been a tomboy, and I definitely have better relationships with men as friends. But knowing them the way that I do, can they really just go duke it out? I don't think that's true. I think they're way, way more emotional and petty and childish. They just have more masculine ways of showing it. We just yell and scream and, we're supposed to look ridiculous. But I honestly think men don't. No, disagree with me on that one 100%.
Wow.
I got to tell you this story. So my husband and his best friend, they were in like elementary school. They got into a fight, like a legit fist fight.
Oh, wow.
And they reported each other to the office. and they were over it by the time they went down and tattled on each other. And so the office obviously calls their parents and they're just like chatting away, like just happy as can be after they like just pummeled each other. And the office lady's like, this is the strangest fight we've ever seen.
Yeah, no,
And they're still friends.
that's how boys work. If girls argue, it's like my daughters will come and talk to me about it for days, and then they'll never speak to this person again.
Absolutely. I have a boy and a girl. They're 4 years apart. They're now adult children. One just had a baby. The dynamic is totally 100% completely different. But I will say, as standard, I think, with the girls, with the guys, I definitely still hold steady with them. The men have got way more issues. They just don't verbalize it. They just compartmentalize better. They put it away for later. And then, sometimes, that's what it is. It's
And see, I agree with that, Mindy. See, here we are again agreeing. We've tried to disagree.
You had one job, Mindy.
So let's say, what is your favorite color?
See, I don't see this.
He doesn't like colors.
I don't.
Mine's blue.
Whatever,
blue?
black, blue. I don't know.
Oh,
I just talked
black
about
or white?
bruises.
Okay.
I don't know.
Bruises?
Well, I said black and blue, which is a bruise. So, and anyway, I don't care about color, I guess.
I was just saying we could disagree about something, but it doesn't sound like we can. Okay, so give me another hot topic.
Movies like The Notebook that make you cry.
A book?
No, like, like girly movies where you watch it so that you cry because it's all about heartbreak and romance stuff. I think those should be deleted from history.
Books should be deleted from history.
No, the movie The Notebook, like rom-coms.
The movie The Notebook, yes.
No, not rom-coms.
Absolutely.
That's not a rom-com.
Yeah,
Don't you say that about rom-coms.
Okay, so
I
you
hate
like...
this, but we're going to agree 1,000% again because I just did a survey, some weird survey that was when on my way to Virginia. I was on my phone and I stopped and needed to walk around. So I filled out the survey and it asked me, what are Netflix or whatever, and what do you do with what movies do you like? And what are your least favorite movies? That I like action. I like, what's his name? That gorgeous British guy who's always like a killer and a hired assassin in movies.
Yeah.
But and I said the absolute worst movies on the face of the planet are romance or rom-coms. So I can't even argue with that. I can't
Mindy,
do it. I don't believe.
Look at us.
I know. I'm sorry. I really did cause you to disagree, but you're not giving me anything to do. But I really just typed that in.
Wow.
I think I've seen four, 5 pieces of The Notebook. Never saw it. No.
Yeah, just too much sadness and crying and ugh.
Okay, but Brian, you have literally said that you'll turn on sad music and go sit on your lawnmower to cry.
Totally different.
Walk out to some sad music on a lawnmower. Like you vibe. Music's different. It makes you think your own thoughts.
So now you agree again? Stop this, Mindy. Look at us. Okay, we agree far too much. Mindy, do you have any gear from Moody Radio?
No, I don't. But
You do now.
You're getting a mug.
Awesome.
You do now. You stay on hold, and Daria's going to get all your information, and you can at least have gear to agree with us. You'll probably like it, and you'll be like, wow, I'm not even mad at them. I was lamenting here this morning that I haven't had a good disagreement on the radio.
Still haven't.
I know. Mindy called, and she was like, let's do it. Throw something at me, and we'll disagree. And we couldn't. That's disappointing, Mindy. Thanks a lot. But Lauren was over there saying she was disagreeing with a whole bunch of stuff. So I wanted to have like Eye of the Tiger or something going when we have this throwdown. I'm a little intimidated because Lauren intimidates me. But do you have anything we can back this up with, Ron?
I don't know if this one would be any good.
Let's try it. Okay. All right, Lauren.
What?
Is this the Superman theme?
Yeah.
It's in favor of me now because it's a Superman theme. Okay. What do you disagree about?
I disagree that you should scramble your eggs in a mug. A mug?
Yes. Haven't you thought about why?
It's too small.
How many eggs are you making?
Just 2.
There's not enough room for your fork to rattle
That's
around.
exactly right.
You're just going to be rattling around in
and then
there.
goes over the sides like that.
Okay.
Get a bowl.
First
Like
of
a
all,
It
person.
flops over the sides.
now I don't always use a mug. Sometimes I use, like if I'm going to make scrambled eggs for the family, we make at least a dozen.
Right.
This music. I'll put it in, those glass measuring cups?
Yes.
The big ones? where
Like
it's
a Pyrex
like
one,
4
uh-huh,
cups. I put it in there. Are you seeing the consistency of where I'm putting it? It needs to have a
Handle.
handle. You don't see the value of a handle when you're scrambling?
No, because I know how to pour out a bowl.
It's not about the pour. It's
Then
about
what's
the
the-
scramble.
Put it on the counter. What do you mean?
A bowl is not
Sit
going to
down,
move.
hold it,
unless
and
you're,
scramble it.
I mean, how hard are you whisking your eggs?
Okay, you don't need to do it. See, no.
What are you doing?
I don't know what you're doing over there. So here's how what I'm
you're
talking
the one who
about.
needs a handle. Is it
You
going
are
to take
worried
off? Is it going
about-
to take flight?
You are worried about.
What are you doing?
You're worried about how many you're going to get in there.
No, I'm worried about it sloshing over the sides.
Do you violently scramble?
That's what we want to know with you. Why do you need a handle?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah, I
You
have
take a
these-
fork and you just. That's what it sounds like. And you do it like lightly and it quickly does it. You're holding it.
Just not enough room.
You're moving around in the kitchen doing other things while you're.
How are you doing other things when both of your hands are being used?
Exactly.
Are you using your feet?
You're moving. Yes, you're moving.
You're just walking around?
You're walking towards.
Why
the
are you
pan.
walking around?
So you do the phone pace.
Pour
like
in.
you're pacing around while you're on the phone while you're just whisking your
eggs.
eggs.
I could be if I had my earbuds in. See, I won.
No, you didn't.
Lauren, I want to
No.
see you scramble. If you're worried about throwing egg over the side of your mug, how do you scramble eggs?
Better than you, apparently.
Do you like hold a
I
fork.
I give more
like
room
a
for
knife
air
and-
to get in. No, there's
Air?
Yes.
You
What
don't
do you think
need
whisking
air.
is? You're getting air in there.
It's breaking the yolk, mixing it in with the white. That's all it
And
is.
getting air
You're
in there.
mixing air in there.
Ron,
That's what
would you
whipping
take
is.
a
That's what
side for
whisking
once?
is.
It truly is bringing air into the mixture as well.
That's why it gets a little bit frothy if you mix it long enough.
Plus, you're putting the milk in there if you're following
That's exactly right.
Mindy's advice.
Cheese.
See, I used to do the milk move. I don't do the milk move anymore. You don't need to do that. The cheese doesn't go in at the first scramble. The cheese goes in later. Everyone
Someone
knows
said,
this.
I scramble mine in a glass measuring cup, just like Brian. This is not the same. A glass measuring cup is not the same as a mug.
I don't understand what's wrong with a mug. How is it different
I
than a
could
bowl?
do a glass measuring cup, not a mug.
Why not a mug?
They're small. It's gonna slosh off the sides.
See, I need more room to whisk.
Yes, that's
to
right.
get the air in there. I'm gonna be hitting the
That's
sides
exactly
of the
right.
mug. It's not gonna be mixed right.
So
Yes.
So you're at home. You're like, Eddie, I'm making the two of us scrambled eggs. What, 4 eggs? That sound good? Get me the roasting pan. I got to scramble.
You would do
And
4 eggs in a mug. You would put 4
Yes, I
eggs
would.
in one mug.
Yes. And I would not
That
spill.
is horrific behavior. That is horrible. 4 eggs in a mug.
How can we even be friends after this?
I don't know.
I don't think you can. This is it.
This is it.
It's a bridge too far after
I'm
all this
leaving.
time.
I think we should bring eggs in the studio and watch you fling them all over the room.
Fine.
We should have a breakfast cook-off.
Yes.
Yes, I'm liking this idea.
Mug is too small, someone
It
said.
is. That's what I
You're
say.
gonna hit your fork or your whisk against the side of the mug. You can't properly mix it.
Wrong.
No, I'm
Wrong.
right.
If I've done it successfully, that means you're wrong.
No, I don't think so.
I
think you're-
have scrambled
no.
up to 4 eggs in a mug.
It's amazing how
Yes,
you
I
can do
just
things
clapped
your
at you.
entire life and not realize that you've done them wrong your entire life.
Yeah, tell yourself that.
No, I'm telling you that.
Look in a mirror and say it to yourself, Daria.
I don't think I will because I'm right and
But-
Lauren is right.
But no, I mean, objectively,
No,
I've done this successfully.
you have made eggs before,
And I've scrambled them prior to putting them in the pan in a mug.
but your life would be easier and your eggs would taste better if you did it in a bowl.
Doing it being accomplished doesn't mean it's the right way. So,
What kind of bowl are you putting yours in?
just a regular bowl.
Like a cereal bowl?
if that's what's
Yeah.
there.
Gross.
I would use also a
What do you mean
glass
gross? I
Pyrex
wash
measuring
it.
cup.
How is that gross?
You're putting coffee in yours.
No, you know what I do strategically?
Do you have an egg
Don't
mug?
tell my family.
You have an egg mug and you
No.
hide it.
I strategically pick a mug that I don't use. Because I don't want to scramble eggs in my mugs.
Oh.
If it's Sarah's, scramble it up, baby.
Brian is wrong.
Someone on YouTube
There's
says,
no way he scrambles 4 eggs. in a
great
mug.
idea, do a breakfast cook-off. Brian is odd scrambling eggs in a mug.
Yes.
Why is that odd? I grab the handle. I grab the fork.
Brian, eggs in a mug? That's crazy talk.
What's wrong with all
Lauren,
these
I
people?
totally agree with you.
Wow.
Breakfast cook-off with Armando as the judge. Dave Safransky.
I don't think Dave would complain
Oh.
about that either.
Yeah.
Does Dave even know how to scramble eggs at all?
No, he doesn't. Well, he
knows
might
how
have
to eat
learned
them.
while Levon was gone. Yeah, he probably had to learn.
All right. Well, it sounds to me like if I summarize all the text messages.
Someone else said, I'm with Brian, whisk in a Pyrex measuring cup. That's not what he's saying. He says
A
mug.
mug.
Well,
A coffee mug.
no, I did say
Or-
with a larger number
You
of
said
eggs.
if you had 12.
I've never seen Lauren this fired up.
Unbelievable.
If I'm going to summarize,
Rewind the tapes.
if I'm going to summarize, it sounds to me like
I'm right.
I'm right.
No.